Barrington. You may recognize us from the first episode of Marriage Rescue with John Tafer, which I might say was a great experience. But I guess, after watching it, there's just a few things we want to address, introduce ourselves.
I'm Barrington, and we're on Marriage Rescue. And it was a good experience, and we have a couple things that we have to address.
Yes, indeed.
To the people.
Right. So, I guess a little bit about us, because, not everybody watches Marriage Rescue. Not everybody has seen Bar Rescue. No, a lot of people aren't even familiar with the show that we're referring to. But basically, there was an ad out about couples that were in trouble. And at the time, we were in a bit of hot water, so I did go ahead and submit our casting, and they did give us a call back, and that's how we ended up on the show. So, yes, once again, it was a great experience.
Thanks, John.
Yes, thanks, John. Thanks, Paramount Network.
Yes, they
awesome
did a good job with all around taking care of us, and we had a great experience,
Yeah, it was definitely an eye-opener, and it's definitely different to see yourself, from an outside perspective, because it's like, you're always in it, but you're watching yourself, it's definitely totally different. So, once again, a little bit about us. I'm 27, Barrington is 29, he's an old head, it's my sugar daddy. But we do have 2 boys together, and I also have a stepdaughter. Barrington has a daughter from a previous relationship. So together we have 3 chillins that we will introduce you guys to, but they are actually asleep right now. But eventually we will throw my babies in there. So we've been married for 5 years. We're going on 6 years. So in the beginning of our marriage, and I do want to reiterate that as well, because in the show it does basically center around Barrington's infidelity, but I do want to say, because my husband is a great man, but I do want to go ahead and say that was in the beginning of the relationship. I'm not excusing it now. What's wrong is wrong.
Yeah, in a way, it's like it kind of didn't count.
No, we're not going that far. It counted.
Okay, it counted. But
all I'm saying is that, as to my knowledge, we have not had any hiccups with infidelity since then, and that was
to
in
my
the beginning.
knowledge too. Like, you never know with women, so y'all are real good at being sneaky.
Don't they
but
just
anyway,
flip the script
on another topic.
That was a nice one though. But yes, so we did have that. And I feel like ever since then, it was just hard for us to catch our footing. We were both in the military, so it was a lot of in and out. I was having children. He was gone. Not that didn't sound right. We were having children together, but he would go ahead and get deployed, and I would be left to give actual birth alone. So there was a lot of times that, terrible moments. Do you realize we have 2 children together, and he has not witnessed the birth of one of our children? That means we gotta have another one, right? We'll get him there. But anyways, so
I'm done.
Really, it's up to us, ladies, right? It's really what I said goes. But so so that was what sparked my interest in it, because although we did love each other and we were working towards it, I feel like it was a lot of bickering. You can correct me if I'm wrong.
It was. It was a lot of growing and trying to get to know each other on different levels, and we got married within 3 months of knowing each other.
Yeah.
Like, our dating period was basically us leading to that marriage. So, and then having a child right after that, it was.
I want to reiterate that it was after we
got married.
Not that we're knocking anybody that didn't, but we did have our child after we.
So we ain't get married just for a child. Right? Nothing like that.
So yeah, I feel like we just had a lot of hurdles to get through, and we were doing our best with each other. But I feel like it's always good to have a mediator.
Communication.
We still have our bouts with issues.
What relationship doesn't? Every relationship has its ups and downs. No relationship is perfect. If it is, I don't know. Y'all just faking it real good.
If it is, there is no such thing as a perfect relationship. So, nobody is perfect. You just gotta find that one person that is perfect for you. So,
someone to put your effort into.
Exactly. So I would say that the show definitely did help. Like I said, it pointed out different things that I would want to change, and I'm sure there's things that Barrington wanted to change as well. It was a great experience, and I feel like it's made us stronger. I love my husband more and more every day. I feel like
I love you too, baby.
I feel like I'm to the point where I can trust him again. You know, but you just keep going towards it, and you keep building and putting ourselves out there and trying our best to communicate, because there was an argument we just had the other day that we didn't talk, and I didn't like that, because that's my best friend. I don't like when we don't talk. It just makes me uncomfortable. I be trying to act like I'm mad, but in my head I be like, really, baby, Daddy, you're not gonna talk to me. You're not gonna talk to me.
Yeah, those arguments.
But yeah, you can't let your pride get in the way of the person that you love. Regardless of who's wrong, somebody's got to wave the white flag. I waved the white flag, so.
That she was wrong.
I was wrong. But
it took her 4 days to say that she was wrong.
We have some issues with pride, but you know, we working on it. But we love each other, so we're working towards bettering our relationship for ourselves, for our children, and for our future, because I want to be on here 20 years later and be like, y'all, we said it, we made it. So that's the plan. But I mean, that was just a little update as far as how we're doing now. I'm still in school. I have about a month and a half left. But you know, the show didn't really center around the fact that I was also a veteran. I was also in the Navy for 4 years. That's where we met. And that I'm also an LPN. They didn't say that. It was just that I was a student. Not that there's anything wrong with that. I am a student. I am an RN student. But I do want to give credit where credit is due. And I am already a nurse. I am a licensed practical nurse. But I went back for my RN. Because LPNs are nurses too. Shout out to all my LPNs. But LPNs are nurses too. But I furthered my education, so I am a month and a half away from my RN. Thank you, Jesus. It's been a long road. And he is still active. Navy. Baby. Daddy. But he's also dabbling. Oh, okay, I talk about it.
Yeah, but I am actually active Navy.
I'm going to shut up for a little bit. Go ahead.
I'm active Navy, and I have a little bit more time left. Yeah, I did say I was going to get out. I don't know. It's still up in the air. We're just playing it by ear at the moment. You know, God be the leader of all things, and, you know, just pray and ask for guidance, because you never know where life takes you. It has its ups and downs. So I know she's probably looking at me, okay, no? Okay, well, surprise. Anyway, so military and options are there. As far as that,
he's been dabbling into some real estate, and I've been really proud of him. Yeah. He's been really doing well with that. So, yeah, we're taking baby steps to bettering our future. We're actually looking into buying our first home pretty soon, because right now we actually reside in a military housing. And as far as our children, my oldest son just graduated pre-K, so he'll be headed to kindergarten. My puta, and my baby Janaya just graduated kindergarten, so she'll be headed to first grade. And then we have our little munchkin. He's only 2, so he's still in daycare.
But he's going up like a class, so
he thinks he's a good boy, but he should be delighted. But that's as far as our children. So once they are up and about, we will definitely put them on here.
So we're doing good all around.
We're doing well.
You know.
So big shout outs to John Taper, Marriage Rescue as a whole. It was a great experience.
And I hope all the other couples are doing well as well.
Yes, I wish everybody the best, because nobody wants their marriage to end, especially when there's kids involved and you've got your life intertwined, period. Even if you don't have kids, like, you married them for a reason. So hang in there, all those married couples out there. But I thought it would be fun to go through some of these comments.
Y'all went ahead.
Okay, first let's address the elephant in the room before we even get to these comments. I know that my hair was rough on the show. It was terrible. It was awful.
I thought it was beautiful.
That's what you're supposed to say. Thank you, I appreciate it. But it was terrible. So for this show, they called us literally 2 days before you've seen us on camera, And because prior to that, they had basically kind of said, hey, you know, we're not going to go with you guys. We're going to go in a different direction, blah, blah, blah. So we were under the impression that we weren't even getting the show. We weren't on the show. And they called us 2 days prior to flying out, and they were like, hey, we changed our mind. Can you get out here tomorrow? Or the day, I can't remember. Did they say, was it the day prior or 2 days? It was about a day or two prior.
2 days prior. No, they told us about not even a week.
No, like, it was like 2 days.
2 days prior. Yeah, because I was doing all this work to try and get it within that week. Then it was like, no, we're not going to go with you guys. Then, like a 2 day prior.
They said no, and then 2 days prior, they changed their mind and they wanted us to like fly out immediately. So, as you can see, well, I don't know if you can see, but I have a blowout right now, but I am a natural girl. So, my African-American women, we know what that means. So, if we're going to Puerto Rico, that means you need like some braids or some weave, because natural hair and beach weather, it just doesn't mix. Well, my natural hair, I cannot speak for all of ours, but my natural hair. So, I was trying this, I was scrambling. I found this young girl who was reasonably priced. And so was the outcome. I'm not going to say her name because, you know, I'm not going to knock her business. She's just got some work to do. She's still...
You know who you are.
Yeah. But I did find an amazing stylist in Jacksonville. I really wish I would have found him prior to going on the show. But, yeah, so I know that my hair was interesting.
So give him a shout out.
Yes. To my new stylist. What's up, Dre? Dre's Hands in Jacksonville. He is a 21-year-old prodigy. He is amazing. So, yeah. Back to the comments. So I see quite a few comments addressing my hair. So I won't go back over those ones because, I mean, I've already given you guys my explanation. So just let me live a little bit, you know? It wasn't my fault. I didn't have an adequate amount of time to prepare myself. But, yes, I did acknowledge that my bad. My lace front was not what it should have been. So, I see one comment saying, wow, this guy's an ass. I don't trust her if she doesn't trust me. What sense does that even make? I agree, and that is Amanda Duh. I definitely agree with that statement. I stand behind what John said. It's a cop-out. That's just a way for them to project what they did on you. So it's like for you to be like, oh, well, what am I doing wrong that you don't trust me? No, that's just their way of trying to flip the script, homie.
Not at all. Okay, look. In my case, I cheated. Over an amount of time, I guess we want to say, like, in a way, good behavior or faithfulness, you know, you expect to gain that trust back. Otherwise, what am I working for? As far as like, what am I working towards as in a relationship? Like, when is that going to come back to me? You know, when am I going to be able to earn that back? And if I'm not ever going to get that back, it's like, in my head, it's like, all right, if she's never going to trust me and we're never going to move forward, like, she stayed in that mindset. So therefore, like, she's always thinking like he's going to do something, or maybe I should do something, or, you know, that's what I'm saying. That's where I'm coming from with that. I'm not saying that she is. And I can
feel you on that, but I feel like that's still you're projecting your insecurities because of your actions on the other person. Now you're insecure in the relationship because you know that you cheated, so now you're feeling like the other person is going to cheat. But at the same time, if that person hasn't given you a reason to not trust them, then you can't do that.
Right, so
that's your fault.
So how about people going into relationships and they're like, okay, I don't trust people, and people don't trust everybody nowadays. Don't trust nobody. You always get that. Don't trust nobody. Blase, blase. So it's like when people go into relationships not trusting, how can you give trust, or when do y'all feel like trust is earned or built on? Like, how is that built? Like, what is the standards on trust then?
I don't know. I guess that's how he goes into things. For me, I go into things giving everyone the benefit of the doubt until you give me a reason to not trust you. I don't really have that chip on my shoulder, distrust everyone kind of deal. It's not saying that when I jump into everything, when I jump into something, it's like, oh, I trust you completely. I mean, obviously that's building, But I'm not going to go into it with one eye open either. I feel like that hinders you from a lot. So that's just me. But another comment I read was Shanicqua and Barrington may stand a chance.
May. We are going to make it all the way to God call our name. How about that?
That sounds like a plan. And then someone saying, me watching these marriage vows, and they have a sweet face. And yes, the vows were really nice. Those were handwritten vows.
Yes, from the heart. That's how I really feel, you know.
But yeah, I love you too. And those were just a few of the comments. Let us know if you have anything else you want to know. We will be keeping you guys updated. We're going to keep vlogging so you guys can get to know us a little bit more. And we'll definitely put our kitties on so you guys can get to know them as well. So you guys hit that subscribe button so you know when we do have a new video coming out. We will be vlogging. And we're going to bring you guys along our journey. So we look forward to it.